be only with yourself. I used to think it's all about comparing with others. Life has to be taken it differently, looked at differently, and that is when you can have your fulfilling life. But if I have to talk about initial few things that I learned, it would be listening and listening to the ground people. And second, come up with your ideas and do execute. I think an idea is only as good as its execution. Be in a job as long as you are learning and as long as you are doing.
So myself Gaurav Garg and we welcome all our viewers to our show Amazing Mentor. Today with us is Gauri Das. She is a strategic HR leader with around 14 years of experience in crafting and aligning HR strategy with business goals. She supports business leaders and individuals in driving performance and improving capabilities. Some of her achievements are HR 100 under 40, Top HR Mind India, TAPAI and Economic Times Young HR Leader Top 70, WICA Luminary Growth LinkedIn Person of the Year 2020, Peer Recognition EOQ. So it's a pleasure to welcome Gauri Das to our show. Welcome, Ms. Gauri.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. Thank you so much for inviting me.
It's a pleasure. So tell us about your childhood and hobbies you enjoy as a child.
I had a very happy childhood in a very small place, a village. So it was like there was a well, there were number of trees, there was a mountain also behind our house. Beautiful place and an amazing place. And the one thing that I used to enjoy most was gilli danda. That was my favorite, and I used to love doing it because there was a lot of place, many children of my age or older than me, and I used to do it very well. So that was another reason why I used to love it.
What about your schooling? Where did you completed your schooling from?
Schooling, I studied in many schools because so this was a small village I completed. This village was like जहाँ पर वो जमीन पे बैठ के पढ़ते हैं टाट पट्टी पे, and you have your book in your hands. वहाँ से शुरू हुआ. Then I started going to a nearby it's called town. It's called as Mahu. And then for my engineering, I went to Indore. So these are the places where I studied.
तो कोई ऐसा मोमेंट स्कूलिंग टाइम का जो नोटिस मोमेंट जो अभी भी याद है?
I wasn't naughty. What I used to do, I remember till even 6th standard. I would remember my mom a lot. I miss her a lot in school, and I will kind of cry till the age of 11, 12, thinking that I have to be away from her for so long. I'm youngest amongst 3 siblings, and that's where this thing comes in. So yeah, this I remember, and I tell my daughter, you stopped it when you were 4 or 5 because she was in a babysitting all the time. But I used to do it till 6th standard.
So how was you as a child? Were you an extrovert or introvert child?
Totally introvert.
So what about your professional dream as a child? क्या वो स्टिक रहा था एक ही टाइप के साथ, या जैसे बचपन में देखा गया है कि हर क्लास के बाद जो है बच्चे का प्रोफेशनल जो है वो चेंज होता रहता है कि मेरे को फर्स्ट में तो ये बनना था और 10th तक 12th तक आते आते पता चला जो पहला था वो तो मस्ती हो जाता है और नया चालू हो जाता है?
मुझे लगता है वो शुरुआत तो टीचर से होती है बिकॉज दैट्स फर्स्ट प्रोफेशन वी लुक अप टू. एंड देन दोज डेज एज यू वुड रिमेम्बर गौरव, कोई साइकोमेट्रिक टेस्ट नहीं होते थे, हमें पता नहीं चलता था व्हाट इज एप्टीट्यूड एंड ऑल ऑफ इट. So we used to follow what others are doing. And engineering and medical were only 2 professions, and I am very poor in drawing. So that made me took mathematics, and I was good at maths. So that's how engineering happened. But yeah, there was no thought process behind it कि मुझे यही बनना है या यही करना है. Because if you look at my upbringing, a small town and village, कुछ पता ही नहीं होगा बाहर की दुनिया में क्या हो रहा है. So that's how I followed my brother who was an engineer, and I had to go to same college where he was studying. So that's how I prepared for engineering, and it happened.
So what motivated you to choose HR as your career?
That's very interesting. So in 3rd year of my engineering, I met a professor. We had a subject on management as well. And he said there's someone called Dave Ulrich, who is father of modern HR. He's changing HR like anything because that time HR was only personnel management. So he said you should take HR because I think you have those qualities that you will make a good HR leader. And I was like, okay, वैसे भी तो कुछ और पता नहीं है. He's saying something, let's go ahead with it. So that was the thought process behind joining HR.
So where did you started your career journey from?
That was Assam, Guwahati. Not the best place to start your career. But I got married before I could do my MBA also. Because right after engineering, I appeared for MBA entrance exams and I got a rank also in 2 digit. But there was some situation and I got married. So then I started my career in HR with engineering degree from Assam.
So, what all challenges you faced in the starting of your journey?
Loads of challenges. The number one was my own mindset because as a computer engineer from second ranking institute from Madhya Pradesh, most of my classmates were abroad and they were earning handsomely, and here I was in Assam. That's not a place to start your career, and the salary was just 5,000, and I used to think I will be stifled here, I would not be able to grow. How would I compete with those people? Because those days I did not know that competition should be only with yourself. I used to think it's all about comparing with others. What are they doing? You studied as much as them, and you should be having those benefits as they are having. So that was the biggest challenge, my own mindset, because now after studying psychology and completing my post graduation in psychology, I realized that life has to be taken it differently, looked at differently, and that is when you can have a fulfilling life.
So, you have vast experience of around 14 plus year now. So, how is your journey till date?
Loads of ups and downs, two breaks, one after marriage and then one after my bundle of joys arrival. And this is my seventh state, Maharashtra. So I have been roaming around everywhere. But now, since 11 years, I'm here, and I would say the most interesting assignment came in terms of developing HR department from scratch for an FMCG company, and that is where I learned loads of things. But if I have to talk about initial few things that I learned and they have really helped me in my career, it would be listening and listening to the ground people. You have to not only listen to first level and second level, but most of the learning comes from if you are connected with people at the entry level of the spectrum, because they give you the right kind of feedback. That is when. And second, we were just discussing, Gaurav, three kind of people, right? So I think the idea is only as good as its execution, and that has been my competence. I am told during my appraisal also and by colleagues also that I am very good at execution, while I bring up ideas, but I don't leave them in between. So these two things: come up with your ideas and do execute. And second is listening to people. These two things have been excellent.
So, any particular movement you would like to share in your professional journey, worst and best?
Yeah, so best I'll start with. Best was a standing ovation from 300 plus colleagues in my last assignment. And I would attribute it to listening again, because when I joined this company, they were in transition. This company was around a 25 years old promoter driven company acquired by an Australian MNC recently. So the transition period, this promoter driven culture and the culture from an MNC. And most important thing was people were demotivated. They did not know what's going to happen tomorrow. So a lot of connecting with them, understanding their challenges, and most importantly, even if you are not able to solve them, go back and give them that feedback that I'm not able to do it. This is the challenge. They take it with open arms, but if you just go quiet, the trust is eroded. So that is what made me do this, and that is what made me, I think, get this standing ovation as well. And worst, so I have made many mistakes. I would cite one, which is related to compensation structure. So for field staff in one of my previous assignments, for field staff, I designed a structure wherein the number of days, based number of days that they are on field, they will be getting a particular allowance. So idea for me was to give them more money when they are working more. But when I redesigned the structure, the take home reduced, and this did not go well with them. Though it was reimbursement and it kind of they could have produced something to save taxes also, but this did not go well. And the lesson that I learned is whenever you are designing something, don't design it on your own. Have those people, some say from those people who are part of this particular initiative. And since then, I always involve at least first level. So CEO -1 is always part of any policy, any handbook that I'm designing. And I also did a course on design thinking, which really helped me understand the pain that the end user would be having. So these things have helped me learn, but it was a blunder.
So who is your mentor?
Many mentors. One is in HR area. She is from US and she has been senior vice president for an organization called Randstad. She guides me on strategic HR aspects. Then one of my ex-boss, ex-CEO, he is my mentor to guide me understand business, because for HR, business acumen is most critical aspect. And when you propose something, if it is in alignment with business strategy, it is helpful for everyone. But if you don't understand your business, the solution would come only from HR mind, which would not be a good practice or good, I would say, good solution for the organization. Then I have somebody, I had a very low pitch. So I have someone who supported me to improve my voice quality. Otherwise, I would sound like a child all the time. And whenever somebody calls me home, my daughter is 12. So for these not many years, if somebody calls me, they will think that I'm Pratiti. My daughter is Pratiti. So the voice was just like a child. So that she helped me improve this. There is a mentor for yoga. There's a mentor for meditation. So yeah, loads of mentors.
What all type of problems employees approach you with?
These are both from professional aspect and personal aspect as well. I can confidently say that people love to connect with me. Even in the first conversation, they think that they can share their thoughts with me. So then it goes to their personal aspect as well. So it can be challenges that they are facing at work currently, or what they want to do in future, their career progression, or it can be as simple as I have a challenge with my spouse, or my daughter is not doing this, I want her to do it. It can be anything.
So it's like personal and professional, both they share with
Yes.
you. So they have the confidence that the personal, at least the personal things will not be leaked.
Yeah.
So any decision or action you regret in your career?
No regrets.
As a HR professional, what would be your advice on the length of the resume? Generally, it has been seen, especially with young generation or with college pass out, कि कभी होता है वो एक पेज का रेज्यूम बनाने में लगता है कि अच्छा दैट्स द बेस्ट थिंग व्हिच वुड बी लाइक्ड बाय एचआर पीपल. कई बार ऐसा देखा गया है कि वो देयर मेन इंटेंशन इज टू बेसिकली fill up the pages like we do in exams. So what's your suggestion on the line?
The data says that you don't get more than 6 seconds for a resume, right? So somebody might spend 30 seconds or 1 minute. So it should be as crisp as possible and should be in alignment with JD. So I think the resume should talk about the skills that are required for a particular JD. So these should be transferable skills. Even if I have not done that role, I should be able to bring up what helps, because as HR or hiring manager, we would think that we should not be training this person should hit the road running. So even if you have done your projects, internship, do bring up whatever is necessary and never go beyond 2 pages. That's never required. 1 page is definitely good at initial level because you don't have too many things to say anyways. And video resume is something which I would highly recommend because video resume sets you apart. And as of now, there is no algorithm which can throw you out for video resume. For text, there are a lot of things which ATS works on different algorithms and they may be biased or there may be something negative, but video resume would definitely stand you out.
As far as new generation is concerned, they keep on fluctuating their job too much. So what would be your suggestion to them? What is the minimum years which you basically look in a resume कि इतने साल तो एक job में निकालें so he can sustain any particular type of job?
Yeah, so there are different thought process and things are changing. अभी वो जो हमारे टाइम पर होता था जब हमने शुरू किया था कि एटलीस्ट 5 साल तो निकाले हो, उसके पहले तो लाइफ टाइम ही निकालते थे, पर then it became कि चलो थोड़े साल निकाले हो. It's changing and my suggestion would be in a job as long as you are learning and as long as you are growing. Now, learning is definitely, it's very clear what is learning for everybody. Growth can have different meanings for people. And here I'm saying grow, it's not only vertical growth, but it can be horizontal growth also. So, not only your promotion, but your job enlargement or your enrichment of the job, it is also valuable. What skills you are gaining, would they be relevant in next 5 years? Is what you have to see. But if I have to tell about myself, that if I look at any resume, if there are multiple 6 months, then I may not look at it. But if there are one or two, I would definitely even try to find out, because at times you have to leave an organization or it shuts down, you never know. So yeah, I don't have that kind of biases. But yes, if there are many 6 months, then I would definitely be concerned about it.
So, as a vice president and head HR, what are your roles and responsibilities?
I take care of HR strategy and its alignment. So, productivity, employee experience, I would say, are two things that are my responsibility. And employee experience covers everything, it encompasses everything that an employee looks for. And at the same time, productivity and engagement is what organization is looking at.
So, what all are the do's and don'ts you suggest while starting your career journey?
Good question, because that might help people to avoid those mistakes from which I learned by doing it and then learning. So, one, like I said, that you should always have people from business who help you. Second, understand business, not only for HR but for any professional. Even if you are a mail boy, if you know that you have to submit a check to accounts department early in the morning on a Friday, so that it's get deposited and you don't lose money for 2 days. So every role has some strategic aspect, and every role has some requirement for business understanding. So if this mail boy doesn't understand कि ये checks जाते हैं और ये deposit होते हैं, फिर उससे हमें पैसा आता है, या फिर check जाते हैं और हमें 2 दिन का interest extra मिल सकता है. So this understanding is required at every level. As you go, the strategic level would be more and tactical and operation would be lesser, but you should understand this. Next is, you should not be very showing those reservations when something is assigned to you. Be open, because organizations maybe always look for people who take initiative, who take that extra effort to go beyond their work profile. बिकॉज मैंने बहुत बार देखा है दैट पीपल वुड से अरे हमारा प्रमोशन नहीं होता इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, और वी आर नॉट वैल्यूड हियर. बट यू नीड टू रियली सी that what are you bringing to table. The value that you are bringing to table is equally important. It would not be a time bound promotion, because times are gone for that. You have to deliver. And last, I would suggest document whatever you are doing. Have a list of it, so that or during appraisal, during your discussions, you can bring up those things. Otherwise wo initiatives lost ho jate hain, and finally you don't know what did you do through the year. And then likewise your progression would be slower. Yeah, one more thing I would like to add, network, because what you know is important, but who you know in the organization and outside is critical. So in the organization, you should be knowing the right people. And how would you do that? Definitely connecting with them and involving in various projects which are running in the organization.
So, advice you would like to give to young generation who want to opt HR as their profession?
Be ready for a lot of ups and downs, because HR is changing and it has changed a lot now. So you would not be required to do leave and attendance management, with which I started my career, but you would be required to speak the language of business. And that's where the most important challenge I have seen. So from day one, do remember that there has to be compassion, because of human resources should not be missing. We are now not talking about staff or personnel. We are now talking about EX, employee experience. So that is most critical thing. Be flexible whenever there is any situation, and be ready to support them. It's time for social media. Whatever you do, good or bad, would make a headline. So that is one thing. And second, business understanding is critical for any HR. Don't think that you are HR professional and your role is only restricted till employees. Even customers are your, even external customers, customer of the organization are your customers as well. So far, it used to happen that people would think for HR it's only internal employees who are their customer, but even stakeholders, shareholders, your customer, your investor, everybody is your client, and you have to understand from them what you can do best so that they are served best. So if there is any area, you have to connect with them, connect with your customers, and try to find out what more can be done. And then you are kind of brand ambassador as well. So I would say these two things would be critical for any HR professional.
So now we will start our rapid round. Favorite actor and actress.
It's Kajol and Amitabh Bachchan.
Favorite color.
Blue.
Favorite destination.
Switzerland.
Things in your wish list.
I want to support unprivileged children. So that's, I have not been able to do much about it.
Favorite car.
Jeep,
Dream house.
where I am today.
Second choice of career.
Professional speaker.
One thing that you would like to change if you are provided superpower.
I would change this kind of disbalance in the society where some people amass all the wealth and many have nothing. So if I have magical power, I would love to do that.
At last, one line that defines you.
Passion with compassion.
Thank you very much for sharing your life experience and journey and challenges especially. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. It was really interesting and wonderful being here. And I loved your questions, especially the rapid fire one. Thank you so much for creating such a platform.
Thank you very much. Keep watching Amazing Mentor for more such amazing stories.